guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at another WPL truck, and I know I've been looking at a lot of WPL stuff, but it's something I've just recently kind of found and been getting into. We've got quite a bit of Tamiya stuff and HGP stuff coming up soon. We've got some Faye and various other things that will all be coming up on the channel in the not too distant future. I'm going to try and get quite a bit out between now and the new year, so hopefully a lot of this stuff you'll be seeing in the coming week or two. So you can probably see it off to my left here. I'm not sure if it's in shot or not. I'll show you the box art first. What we're looking at today is the WPL D12, and unlike a lot of the stuff that WPL put out, which is 1/16 and 1/24, I think, stuff like that, this is actually a 1/10 scale model. So, you know, that's a bit of a difference. It'd be nice if they actually produced a little bit more 1/10 scale stuff, because that's generally what I've always been into, is the 1/10. It's the most common size, I think, and you know, there's such a huge array of stuff that you can get. Let's have a little look at this truck. So here we go. It's a little Suzuki, sort of well molded body. There's quite a lot of detail on the body. If you wanted to paint all the little details, I think it would look pretty cool. The interior is okay. I think if you took it out, spend a little bit of time, make some door cards, paint the interior, I think it would be a really nice little truck. I hope you can see that. I don't want to get too close to the camera because of its focal length. I will take some stills of this with my smartphone. I've not actually done any photos with the Insta360 yet. It's something I need to do. It's a nice little thing. You've got headlights that come as standard. I think they're the kind of yellowy light, like a very soft light. And you've actually got lenses down the bottom here which have got holes in, by the looks of it. That yeah, it has. It's got a hole for, looks like 3mm LEDs, and we've also got the same on the back, so it wouldn't be very difficult to add some LEDs to it. If we take a look underneath, we've got, I think it's a fairly unique chassis for this one. It's all plastic. It's got double wishbone suspension at the front, and you can set the toe in and the angle of the, I can't think what it's called. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but you can adjust the toe in on the wheels for the steering. So if it's not tracking straight, you've got these adjusters here. Where are we? There. You've got these adjusters here which are attached to the wheels, and you can adjust the toe-in of the wheel. And it's pretty detailed underneath. It's not bad, and it's got a fully proportional servo in there. It's full proportional on the throttle, and under this spare wheel here, if you turn it a kind of quarter turn anti-clockwise, this lifts up, and in here we've got a nice little LiPo battery. It's a 7.4 volt 500 milliamp lithium ion battery. It has got a balance port on it for charging. It does, with the charger that's included, it does charge through the balance port there. The suspension it feels better on the front. There's like a lot more travel than on the back, and the problem with the back is when it goes up, it does actually hit the body, which means you can't rotate the wheel. So if you was going to put quite a lot of load in the back of this, you're going to, you know, end up struggling pretty quickly. You have got a plastic rear axle. We've got plastic drive shaft. We've got all plastic casings, and I think, looking at that, there may be a 380 motor in there. I can't quite see, but you know, it's a pretty scale little truck, really. It's you know, it's something different to pretty much anything I've ever had, I think, before. The wheels are quite nice molded wheels, but the tyres are not pneumatic. They're pretty solid. all you actually have is like a rubber sleeve kind of thing for the tyre that just goes over the top. There are, I think, some wheel tyre combinations out there that you could use on this, but I mean, if you're on this is designed to be run on a smooth surface, so if you are, these are not too bad. You know, they'll do the job. So it comes with the standard controller that WPL send out with most things. You know, that feels okay. The throttle feels okay. It's not too bad resistance. It's just about right. You've got your steering trim. You've got your steering rate, which on this, you press it and you can actually get more angle on the wheels. You don't get full steering in the first position. You have to click it over, and then you also get a throttle rate, which you can adjust the actual overall speed. I think there's 2 speeds on this one. It's not a huge difference, but it does add a bit. You need 2 AA batteries for this one. So obviously we get an instruction leaflet. That side is all in Chinese, and if we turn it around, you've got exactly the same but in English. And it's for ready to run. There's quite a bit of detail on there. Gives you a troubleshooting guide, some basic parameters. So, you know, they've covered the basics on there. We do this little sticker kit was in the pack. You get this with absolutely every WPL model that you buy. So you'll end up collecting lots of those if you buy many of these. And we also get this little packet of accessories. And the first thing out is this little box, and I'm assuming there must have been some reason why this couldn't be done in the moulding process, but there's an area there where this box can be added. So I'm not quite sure what the logic was to that, but there you go. So we've got that and that sticker kit there. We've got a small screwdriver, and it's quite a handy little Phillips for taking the wheels off and things like that. We've got a guard which would go against the back of the window there to stop load sliding forward and smashing the window out. Again, we've got another sticker kit, same as the one we had that was in the box. We've got this sticker kit here with license plates and various other little stickers. You've got some coloured stickers for the lenses. If you decide not to put LEDs in it, you can colour them with that. And if I can get these out, come on. Right, so we've got 2 little clear lenses there. We've got 2 wing mirrors. They've got no sort of reflective piece in because there's actually 2 metal pieces here. I think they're blue. You have to peel a coating off and then just push them into there. So we've got 2 of those. We've got 2 of the ball part of the steering joint in case you damage one of those. We've got a couple of spares, and we've got 1 piece. It's hard to show that. We've got 1 piece off of a drive shaft, so if you ended up twisting a drive shaft and breaking the end, you've got another one there you could pop in. So we've got that. And with this, because everything's plastic, they can make plastic, it is. When I ordered it, I ordered the metal rear axle with all metal gears. You got everything in there basically for the running gear to make it to turn it into like a full steel setup. You've even got a drive shaft in there, I think. Yeah, I think you've got a drive shaft in there. So basically from the gearbox down, it'll all be metal. This didn't come as standard with this model. I actually purchased it separately, but I did get it from WPL, as you can see. This is one of the good things that I found on there, just as a little accessory. Just so you're not driving it around with the bed empty. They come in packs of 8. I've got a few different packs because I've got other vehicles as well. I'm going to use them in, and once you've assembled them, they look like this. It kind of looks like a cardboard box with the plastic straps that you would get, and they just sit in the back of the truck like that. And I think you can get 8 in this truck. I think that's why they do them in packs of 8. I think they was originally designed to go with this truck. Overall, I think it's quite a nice little model. I think there's a lot of potential for upgrades. Obviously, as the chassis rails there, the regular WPL stuff, you have the 2 flat chassis rails with the holes in the side to change to different gearbox and motor combinations and stuff. So a lot of people are turning these into either drift cars, because there's very little weight over the back wheels when it's traveling. There's very little weight there, so they tend to slide quite easily as they're only rear wheel drive. And also some people have removed this chassis and kind of done away with it and fitted a C14 or a C24 chassis, something like that, onto it with a 2-speed gearbox and bigger tyres, and it becomes a reasonably capable crawler if you're doing it on like a small scale off-road course. The only thing is, it's all the weight is at the front with this thing, there's nothing at the back, so they do tend to try and tip as they come downhill. But I think it's a really nice addition to the WPL lineup. It's something different. It's not something you really see many manufacturers taking an interest in, and it's been hugely popular. A lot of the YouTube channels I watch, like Tom the RC and things like that, everybody is really impressed with this little truck and its upgradability, if that's a word. It's just a really cool little truck, and it has a lot of potential for customization and different things you want to do with it. This is just a quick look at this. I'm going to try and get a little bit of run video done, just so you can see what it's like and get an idea of what you're buying. And they're really cheap. It was like £42, I think, something in that sort of area, £42, £46. It's a really good little thing. Consider it's full proportional steering and throttle, and you're getting a really nice moulded kit. You know, I think it's definitely worth the money. So I've got an affiliate link if you would like to use that down below to buy anything you want from WPL. And if you could like, share and subscribe. I need as many subscribers as I can. I'm trying to get this channel off the ground, and the more subscribers I get, the more that I can do. So I hope everybody has a really good Christmas and New Year, and I'm looking forward to making a lot more videos for you guys in the future. So we've got the Midnight Pumpkin build is coming in the next 24 hours. I'm going to start that build and start recording, so that'll be up in the next couple of days. I don't know if it's going to be a multi-parter or a single video. And I've got some HTPs, like I said. We're going to look at some different versions, so lots and lots coming. There's going to be a lot of other builds, some modifications. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hi guys, right, we're up the local skate park. Just going to give this little D12 a run around. She's got a cargo on board, and just going to have a little cruise around. Not going to do anything too exciting because obviously it's not a off-road vehicle, it's only 2-wheel drive, but it handles pretty good for a sort of cheap vehicle. Steering's nice, throttle control's pretty good, and I'm just going to have a look at the steering rate adjustment. That's your normal steering, and if you hit the little button, it actually turns the steering a little bit further, increases the steering rate, which gives you a very, very tight turning circle. So as you can see there, I think if you went too fast on a tight turn like that, you'd flip it. So it's going to be really good sort of to maneuver in tight spaces. It's going to scoot around. You can obviously put different loads in the back, and with the throttle you have the same as the steering rate. There is a throttle rate on it, so if you click the button once, it'll give you more speed, increases its sort of top end, so it just gives you something sort of extra to play around with. But it does handle, you know, it steers really, really nicely. It's very, very fast, the steering. But it's actually Christmas Day we're doing this on, because I couldn't do it yesterday. So we're doing this run video in the morning of Christmas Day. It's really freezing cold. so I won't be out here too long. But we're gonna take it up the top and see how she handles the stairs. So there you go, she comes down there no problem, didn't lose any cargo, and did that okay. And then I went up this end, tried to go around that cone and actually rolled it, and all of its cargo went everywhere. So put everything back in and we're off and running again. There is a puddle around the corner. I was tempted to take it on, but I decided not to because it was frozen, but I don't know how thick the ice is, so don't particularly want to get this one wet because it's not waterproof. So, but yeah, when it pulls up these hills, okay, it's like I said with the suspension as it is, you couldn't put too much weight in the back, otherwise the wheels will rub on the body. But it's quite good fun. It's a nice little car. It'd be really good for somebody who's beginning, and it's like I said, there's a lot of upgradability on this vehicle. You can do pretty much whatever you want. The sky's the limit. It depends on how far you want to go, how much money you want to invest in it. But I had a lot of fun with this little truck, just buzzing around. But the steering is very quick and it catches you out at times because it'll turn on a penny nearly. And decided to give it a go without the cargo, and straight away tried to do a bit of drifting, and the drive shaft popped off. It's a very common issue with these. The drive shafts are plastic. At least with this one, the drive shaft ends are actually held on with little screws. They're not just pushed on, so it's just a case of popping it back on and tighten the screw.